Welcome to Battlefield 6. Today we're starting our coverage of launch with the first of many videos. This one, I want to run down progression, unlocks, camos, and mastery. All things you'll be working towards at various degrees and fundamentally in Battlefield 6. In this, we're going to be letting you know what you need to about progressing through the ranks. As to date, there hasn't been anything explicitly laying out the plans of what's to come with this title. Now, this is just the first of many videos going live with launch here over the next few days to weeks and months leading into the post-launch content support. So drop your thoughts, drop a like, and do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Battlefield 6 as we chase down a pretty lofty goal of 700,000 subscribers, but I'd love to have you in the community. Additionally, check out Advanced GG for a limited time 30% off your order to celebrate the launch, but more on that a little later. For now, let's get into it. So let's talk firstly about weapons, because this is probably what you're going to want to know the most when it comes to unlocking things. Camos and all that, cool cosmetics, but these are functional items. Weapon unlocks are split up between ranking up through general progression and then completing assignments, which are otherwise sequential challenge sets. Now, the baseline is the first few weapons of each category is going to be associated with the rank itself, just simply progressing through your levels, while the final 2 to 3 of each category is going to be associated with the assignments challenges. Your pistols, all of those are associated with rank, so don't worry about those. But as for your assignment weapons, you can either enter these through the customization menu's links, where if you want to select a weapon in your sort of create a class, it will give you that option to go to that challenge to see it, or you can just go to your challenges tab. From there, you'll have 35 base assignments, some for initiation with XP and some camo rewards, some for weapon unlocks, class assignments with gadgets and additional cosmetics here and there, and then unit, which is all skin variations and unlocks. But what's interesting about assignments is that they're first rank locked to a degree, but then also when unlocked, you have to complete them sequentially. They're challenge sets that have to be done in order. So for our example of weapons at the moment, weapon assignments have the classification of unlocks for all categories minus pistols: rifles, carbines, SMGs, LMGs, DMRs, snipers, and shotguns. To start these and work your way to unlocking the rest of the weaponry, you first have to rank over level 23. So seemingly just 1 XP past that level 23 milestone, but then depending on the classification, you'll have more or less things to do. Rifles, you have 3 tiers of challenges, the rest not so much, but the first of these in the rifle category is to unlock the Cord 6P67, that requiring you to inflict 300 damage with assault rifles and 10,000 damage with assault rifles. Simple first part, tedious secondary part, but nothing too crazy. Those can be completed in a few games. The second tier is only unlocked when you complete that first tier of both challenges, but then tasked with getting kills with the just unlocked Cord 6P67 or the B36A4, previously unlocked via ranking, as well as to get kills over 50 meters while ADS with rifles. Again, not terribly hard, but tedious for 100 of them. Finally, when you complete the second tier and unlock the NVO-228E, you'll gain access to the third tier of challenges, which requires you to get close quarters damage while hip firing with assault rifles and to get kills with the newly unlocked NVO or the rank-associated SOAR 556. Doing that completes your assignment for the assault rifles and grants you the last weapon of the L85A3 and a player card title. Now, to save the monotony of going through all of those challenges, just know that the other weapon classifications all have very similar challenges, all requiring you to hit level 23 and then complete those associated challenges in sequential order to unlock the accompanying weaponry. Now, there's a lot more to discuss, but a quick heads up, we've recently partnered with Advanced GG, as I've been loving their products for a while now, but it's finally official, we're partners. To me, Advanced is that replacement for a cup of coffee in the morning, the afternoon pick-me-up, the fuel for any gaming or long content recording session. Right now, to celebrate the launch of our partnership and coincidentally, the launch of Battlefield 6, you can get 30% off your entire order for the next 24-ish hours with code ESPRESSO30. If you've never had their stuff before, they've got some incredible flavors like strawberry lemonade and rainbow sherbet are 2 of my current favorites. There's zero chalky residue, and they've got some really cool shakers. Highly recommend checking them out if you'd like to fuel up for the launch. And again, for a limited time, you can get 30% off your entire order with code ESPRESSO or the link down below. Check them out. But anyways, back to it. That said, on the weapon unlocks, that's also kind of the basis for the entirety of the assignment system as a whole. Moving from just the weapons now to the general discussion on assignments. Assignments, as mentioned, are those categories of initiation, weapon, class, and unit categories. Initiation is your more basic ones and can be completed relatively quickly, truth be told. In this category, you're playing for things that are more basic, like XP boosters and XP yields mixed in with 2 vehicle camos that you can earn, but for the most part, this assignment set is all about like kind of getting your bearings and learning the ropes. Weapons, as mentioned, you need to hit level 23 and then will unlock challenges to earn more weapons to play around with. Class you can unlock at level 20, and this is where you'll end up getting more abilities to build out your class options. Things like additional gadgets, secondary training paths, because remember, you do have 2 core and fundamental options for how your class traits will work. You'll unlock these as you progress through the second tiers of your class assignments, going further and further into unlocking more and eventually then getting more mastery badges for that specific class. Unit is all about just simply getting more character skins and those customizations, the cosmetics associated with each of the different soldiers of each class. These, though, more so based on the game mode types you're playing, where you have things like conquest challenges, breakthrough and escalation challenges, stuff like that. So you're going to see a lot of the core mechanics falling into this assignment system, a way to engage you with the game where otherwise you may not have, trying to incentivize you to try each of these different playstyles and different ways to play the game out a little more. Now, let's talk a little bit about weapon packages, camos, skins, and mastery badges overall. Cosmetics in Battlefield 6 have a few different deviations. You got your weapon packages, which are basically your blueprint equivalent, your sort of set cosmetic build, where changing those attachments does change the look of the weapon. Camos can be applied to cover up that base look of it if you change those attachments, but cosmetics are normally tethered to the predetermined attachment set in these weapon packages. Camos are earned that can be applied to a weapon or vehicle across the board no matter what change in build there is, and additionally, these can be cross-applied, so unlocking it for one weapon or vehicle unlocks it for all weapons or vehicles. And then mastery, there are a couple of things here that you can end up earning, where you have for weapons a weapon package called the Unstoppable Force, and for vehicles you have a skin called the Gold Standard. Now, talking about these weapon masteries a little further, the Unstoppable Force, this mastery camo per se, it's tethered to your mastery level of just your overall weapon rank. Mastery is important for a few different reasons. Functionally speaking, of course, you're going to go through your mastery to unlock your attachments and how you can end up kitting your weapon out to be a little bit better. You'll earn camos along the way, weapon packages, and more. It appears like from preliminary testing, you'll get a reward every 10 mastery levels. Mastery 10 is usually a weapon package, 20, 30, and 40 is a camo that can be used on any weapon after unlocked, and then Mastery 50 is your weapon mastery, where it's your sort of gold equivalent of things, but this time it's the Unstoppable Force weapon package. These are uniform across the board in design, though it appears the attachments associated with them depend on the weapon you unlock it for. But this is a bronze aesthetic to a weapon that has a slight topographic pattern to the texture, while the rest of the weapon is a lighter gray metallic color mixed in. This mastery of Unstoppable Force appears to be something you can just unlock for whatever weapon you want. No prerequisites other than simply mastering that single weapon, getting it to its max rank of 50, where if you want to go for all of them, you can, but if you don't, you just want to use one singular weapon, 2 or 3, maybe just a handful, you can do that. You can only go for those if you'd like. Now, whether or not there's a secret hidden camo for completing all mastery of every single weapon, we have no idea, but as of the time of recording this, it doesn't appear to be the case. Now, vehicles, there is a skin called the Gold Standard. Vehicles appear to end up having mastery camos at 10, 20, 30, and level 40. Those being, again, applicable to any other vehicle that you want with those skins when they are unlocked. Now, the Gold Standard Mastery is something you end up getting when you reach rank 50, and this will be an orange and charcoal looking skin associated with whatever vehicle it is you end up unlocking it on. And that's your mastery sort of camos, weapon packages, and things like that, the cosmetics for your functional items. Now, alongside the skins and weapon packages, though, as you progress, you'll end up earning badges for further and further progression into your mastery. This system this time around includes bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and elite level badges. These can be earned for all of your weapons, vehicles, and classes that once earned, they can be added to your player card for you to show off with every kill, capture, or any other type of in-game feature where your player card is shown off. If you're in that best squad, you have a top score, that's shown off to everybody. So definitely nice to be able to show that off and have a little bit of bragging rights associated with it, but those you can end up earning just as you progress. Some having more challenges than others, like the class mastery badges, those will end up having to go along with those assignment progressions, which are then tiered challenges, versus weaponry and vehicles, those you just end up earning from basically using those items in-game. So some have a bit more prerequisites than others, but that is essentially, in a nutshell, all of your progression, unlocks, and mastery systems here that we have within Battlefield 6. So that said, that is the first of many videos coming here on the channel today, tomorrow, all throughout the next couple of weeks here, leading through this launch window and beyond. But let me know your thoughts down below. What are you guys thinking of the progression and mastery systems here within Battlefield 6? You like what you see so far? Do you like the challenges for these weapons? Or would you just prefer they're all tied behind rank and level? Let me know your thoughts, but that's where we're going to wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing running all things Battlefield 6. We are only just getting started for all of the content here as we gear up for the official launch tomorrow and beyond, again, leading into the post-launch content support. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are as well. I'll see you in the battlefield. Take care and peace.